the league versus Caitlin Clark. And that is just absolutely false. It is unfair to the women that have been there building this league to this moment so that Caitlin Clark's popularity could take it to the next level.
Even 3 years ago, you would not talk about the W at this level. Don't do that.
Guys.
Nobody was, Monica. You making Stephen A. point, Monica. Monica, you making Stephen A. point.
Monica McNutt ended up making herself look foolish during a live broadcast while discussing Caitlin Clark. She argued that the spotlight shouldn't be focused solely on Caitlin for the league's record-breaking attendance numbers. According to Monica, people should also recognize the contributions of other players across the WNBA. She added that many athletes in the past were far more talented than Caitlin, but never received the same level of attention or viewership.
The response of folks that don't think she is praised enough and she is above reproach in terms of criticism, or that praising another player is an affront to her is like, whoa, bro. Like, also, like, you're not mentioned to talk about women's basketball. I've never ever seen you before in my life. Like,
it's becoming increasingly clear what kind of agenda some media voices seem to have against Caitlin Clark. Yet despite the constant criticism, she refuses to engage in the drama. Instead, she lets her performance on the court do the talking, continuing to shatter records as if it's the easiest thing in the world. Time and time again, Caitlin ends up making these analysts look foolish, proving their doubts wrong one after another, while fans watch the same story unfold over and over as the critics get exposed.
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
All right, we gotta go.
Stephen A., I'm talking to you. Wow. Don't do that. I'm talking to you about the power that you have.
Really appreciate
my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take.
Caitlin Clark's rapid rise in the WNBA has been nothing short of remarkable. But as it often happens with rising superstars, not everyone has been quick to place the crown on her head. While her incredible talent and record-breaking performances continue to dominate headlines, her path to being recognized as one of the league's biggest stars has also been surrounded by intense debates and controversy. ESPN panels, in particular, have turned into heated discussion arenas, where analysts like Monica McNutt and Molly Karam have shared different viewpoints about Clark's influence on the league. At one stage, McNutt leaned toward other rookies when discussing top honors, while Karam appeared reluctant to fully celebrate Clark's success, which only fueled even more debate among fans and commentators. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to remain at the center of the conversation, as her performances keep pushing the league into the spotlight.
My Rookie of the Year is going to go based on the standing.
Okay.
Because I think that is how you have the opportunity to measure impact.
And the sky's right above them.
And the Sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese.
Monica McNutt was one of the most vocal commentators early in the season, especially after backing Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year award. Her stance was straightforward at the time. She believed Reese's performances, particularly with the Chicago Sky sitting in a stronger spot in the standings than the Indiana Fever, made her the most impressive rookie in the league. McNutt openly argued that Reese had everything needed to claim Rookie of the Year, while suggesting that Caitlin Clark, although clearly talented, hadn't quite reached that level yet.
She is cashed in, literally cashed in, but her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that. Even Caitlin Clark getting knocked down in that game on Saturday, who's standing up applauding but Angel Reese?
For Monica McNutt, the opinion seemed fairly reasonable at the time. Angel Reese was delivering strong performances in ways that rookies rarely manage, and her ability to make an impact on both ends of the court for the Chicago Sky gave her an advantage over many other first-year players. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever were having a difficult season. Even though Caitlin Clark was putting up impressive individual numbers, her team's position in the standings didn't strengthen her case in the eyes of analysts like McNutt.
Caitlin is fantastic, and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA. There are women that were worthy of coverage prior to her arriving, and I just will not be silenced when it comes to that.
During an ESPN broadcast, Monica McNutt appeared to shift her stance on Caitlin Clark. However, even while acknowledging Clark's impact, some felt her comments still carried subtle jabs rather than full praise. McNutt did recognize that Clark had proven herself to be one of the standout players of the season, not only among rookies, but across the entire league. And it wasn't just about the statistics. Even though those numbers were impressive, It was also about how Clark was leading the Indiana Fever, a team that had struggled to find its rhythm, while at the same time drawing massive attention from fans throughout the WNBA. McNutt ultimately admitted that although she had previously been firmly backing Angel Reese earlier in the season, Clark's performances had forced her to rethink her position.
The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
While Monica McNutt eventually acknowledged Caitlin Clark's brilliance, not everyone at ESPN seemed ready to celebrate her success. Molly Karam, one of the network's most prominent voices, frequently appeared to downplay Clark's achievements. Whether intentional or not, she often steered discussions away from Clark, even when the young star's record-breaking performances were the main topic. Fans quickly noticed that whenever Clark's name came up, Karam seemed hesitant to give her the recognition that many felt she fully deserved.
There were a
But I'm
lot of
not gonna
people
let
that
you do it.
laid the groundwork that deserve shine as well. Here's
Are
what we're
they
going to
playing
do.
now?
Shin,
Are they playing now?
Here's
Are we
what we're
playing?
going
Are
to
they
do.
playing now?
We don't have Andrea.
Remember, you gotta
we don't
slight
have
the
any
lace
of the
there.
women, Chanae.
Remember, you
They'll
gotta
come
slight the
back
lace.
on. We'll revisit this conversation gladly.
One of the most striking moments came after Caitlin Clark broke Alyssa Thomas's assist record, a milestone that should have solidified her status as one of the league's brightest stars. Instead of highlighting Clark's incredible achievement, Molly Karam quickly shifted the focus to other players, emphasizing their contributions to the WNBA. It almost seemed as if she was deliberately avoiding giving Clark too much attention, a move that didn't go unnoticed by viewers or other analysts. Some speculated that Karam's hesitation to fully embrace Clark's stardom was part of a broader attempt to spread the spotlight evenly across the league's top talent. Yet, to many, it came across as forced and somewhat disingenuous.
She's going to be dogged by better defenders one-on-one. And of course, on the defensive end, she's got to go and play defense. So I'm not sure what the scheme will be to protect her, because nobody has talked about her as a defender. And there's reason why.
Molly Karam's position became even more evident when Caitlin Clark set a new record for points in a single season, another historic milestone that should have dominated headlines. Instead of celebrating Clark's on-court brilliance, Karam argued that her star power was more about fan popularity than actual performance. According to her, Clark's appeal wasn't rooted in her undeniable talent, but in her ability to attract viewership to the WNBA. She implied that Clark was only seen as a star because she was a fan favorite, a claim that many viewed as an unfair dismissal of Clark's real basketball skill. For a lot of fans, this perspective was frustrating, as it ignored the fact that it was Clark's talent and hard work that drew those fans in the first place. Karam's reluctance to fully acknowledge Clark's success left a sour taste for viewers who felt the young star had more than earned her spotlight.
That's exactly what I'm saying, because I think it makes a mockery of the women's game. If the focus on, now we just have to have people because of marketing and their attention, and they're not as talented, we're not putting the best team out there.
Stephen A. Smith, never one to hold back, also joined the conversation about Caitlin Clark. Unlike Molly Karam, Smith approached the topic differently. Known for his fiery opinions, he had been closely watching the budding rivalry between Clark and Angel Reese unfold over the season. He was quick to point out that Reese appeared to be stirring the drama far more than Clark ever did. For Smith, this wasn't a natural rivalry, but one largely constructed by Reese and those around her. He emphasized that while media and fans were eager to pit the two young stars against each other, Clark stayed completely focused on her game, letting her performance speak for itself. She wasn't engaging in the rivalry talk or fueling the drama, despite the spotlight and attention from the media.
Remember when you were waving your hand in Caitlin Clark's face when you were beating her for the national championship? Everybody remembered then that you belonged in the WNBA and your future was going to be on the pro level. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Who are these doubters?
Caitlin Clark's rookie season was nothing short of historic. From breaking points and assists records to leading the Indiana Fever with poise, she proved she wasn't just a fan favorite. She was a legitimate star. Analysts who doubted her were proven wrong as she dominated on the court, elevated her teammates, and drew global attention to the league. Clark's combination of skill, leadership, and charisma made her a force in the WNBA, earning her a spot among the league's elite and cementing her as one of its brightest stars.